Oh, Bandai, what are you doing? What actually are you doing? How many times do I have to look at this thing happen? Basically, let's talk about this for a second. Another rant, here it comes. We're going to talk about Draft Box 5. Like, we only just got out of Draft Box 4. Here we come with Draft Box 5. New information, lack of hope. Basically, after a while, we had to look at this kind of stuff and go, you know what, I understand Bandai's a company. They're trying to make money, but this is crazy. First, a little background on where we are currently with this whole thing. Bandai has not really been sure how to approach this at all. I mean, they first started releasing sets as per normal, then they started releasing sets in between the sets, like Clash of Fates, and then they thought, you know what, this isn't so good, so we'll just start releasing cards in a different way, maybe expansion packs, I don't know, maybe expansion sets, and then eventually we got to this point where they went, you know what, whatever, we'll just start putting the new cards in draft boxes, because people seem to like the idea of drafting events and getting new cards from that as well. Well, you can see how that worked out. A little bit of, just to show you a bit, here we go, let's have a look. Alright, so basically the last draft boxes now have reached the point of ultimately not being available anywhere anymore, at least where I live. The most recent shipment the local game store got has led to our distributor in here, Australia, being sold out. You cannot get Draft Box 4 anymore. No more can be purchased, it's done. So as I stand right now, these cards are just going to keep going up in price, especially as they stay competitively relevant. Let's just think about it. The most relevant cards in it: Ultra Instinct Son Goku, Piccolo, Assimilated Ability, Great Ape Bardock, Vegeta. There's a couple of Super Saiyan 3 tag cards. Cards looking up into like the $30 range, up to into the 70s American, which is like nearly 100 here. It's just absolutely insane, and these cards you can't get these cards anywhere else, and they are super relevant to more recent decks, and there's any way to get it. So what has Bandai decided to do? Well, you know, let's just make the draft box, but let's make it so that every single card in it is a new card. So basically what you're doing is you're taking Clash of Fates or something similar to that and making it so that the only way to purchase those cards is by buying the entire box. You can't buy packs in between it. You have to just purchase the entire box to get these new cards. That seems a bit scummy. I don't know about you, but that just kind of seems like that's just like pushing well ahead, especially if it follows any kind of pattern similar to the last draft box, with certain cards being super competitively relevant, only being available if you are able to buy boxes. That's rough. Anyway, here's the information they put up online. They've got theme, Battle of Deities. Draft Box 5 theme is the battle of gods and angels across the multiverse. So I guess we're looking at things like Whis and Beerus, along with the other gods of the other universes. All 12 universes, so, you know, including ones that aren't super recognizable. I mean, it's cool, great, fantastic, but already stretching for characters. Draft Box 5 exclusive rare set, so there's another type of rarity. I think we've had a new one for the last 6-7 sets in a row. A card for all 12 universes in Dragon Ball Super, 12 exclusive cards, so I guess each of these cards represents one of the angels or one of the gods, who knows. But in each draft box you've got 24 packs as per normal. They're sticking to the 1 liter, 4 copies of that same 1 liter in the draft box, instead of having 4 different liters across draft box. I think it's more lucrative money-wise this way, just to print 1 liter, doesn't matter. And that's it. Now 178 different cards. Right, going through rares 36, super rares 24, exclusive rares 12, and that's your lot. This is actually the same pull rates as the previous set, I believe. Hang on, I got that here too. Draft Box 4, rares 36, super rares 24. But the difference is there was 10 campaign rares last time, but now we have 12. So they've pushed it up by 2 cards, and there is a lot more new to grab out here. So at first it is good. You open the box, you get nothing but new cards. Fantastic. But outside of that drafting event, I don't know what else to say. The only way to get these cards is to buy the whole box. which of course will drive up costs of the competitive irrelevant cards to an insane degree, and will basically become a dead set eventually. You'll just run out of print. But yeah, this is ridiculous. The idea that there is a set coming out that you cannot get the cards for unless you buy a box. Now I'm talking about the drafting event. That's one thing. But for the average person who just wants the cards in order to expand their collection, it's crazy. There is no way that you can expect people to, basically a more casual collector, to expect to take on the same kind of mentality as like a full-on hardcore, I need to buy a case when it comes out to get everything. It's too much. It's way too much. And who knows, you might even say, oh, but save money, just buy singles. If this goes the same way as Draft Box 4, those singles are going to be monstrously expensive. If you're looking at where we are now, one copy of a card for $100, you have to buy 4 to make a playset. They're not even ultimates. You can run 4 of them. So you're looking at $400 if, like, say, for example, we take, for example, this last set, Draft Box 4, and from there you extrapolate the costs. You got, hang on, let's bring this up here. On a TCG player, you got Ultra Instinct Goku and Piccolo, we'll say roughly about $100 each. So 4 and 4, so that's already $800 for 8 cards. Then you go down to Grade 8 Bardock, which averages out to about $60, something like that. So you got 4 of that, so that's 60, 120, 240 on top of 800. You're already over $1,000, and you haven't even cracked 3 cards. That is mental. You could buy like a case for that here. Bandai, please, don't do this. You say you changed the draft box based off what people have told you. How people say, this is not what we were talking about, this is not what we meant. We didn't mean go down the path whereby each pack is like $150. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. We want the cards to be accessible, we want the cards to be readily available, and we don't want every single card to turn into a victory strike. I still don't have that card. The card's still like $600 where I am. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? Do you actually prefer this kind of draft box? Do you think they're actually going in the right direction? Or do you think, like me, it's an absolute clusterfire? Oof. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.